Good morning, welcome back to my channel. I am getting ready to do my walk, which, if I'm being honest with you, is probably the #1 biggest difference maker in my life right now. I started doing it, honestly, my husband started walking and it inspired me to start walking. And I used to be a runner years ago. I'm not a runner anymore for a multitude of reasons. And this has just been such, scratch, hold please, brain, squirrel, help. I used to think exercise had to be something, again, we've talked about this, right? I have these like go hard tendencies. If I'm not going hard, then I'm not gonna do it. It's a problem. I need to work through it with my therapist. I'm aware of this, but it's so easy for me to convince myself to hop on my little walking pad for 2 miles, because those 2 miles, oh, my battery's flashing. Hold please, take 2. Those 2 miles can be all at once. They can be fast, they can be slow, they can be a 1/4 mile here, a 1/2 mile there. It's just so much easier to actually get the exercise in. So if you and your mental health, if you and your mind aren't really getting along, which mine and me have not been lately, try just adding in a little bit of exercise. The endorphins, they will make you feel a lot better. I'll link my walking pad below. It was super inexpensive. I have like a rolling desk to go with it. I haven't even really been using it in that capacity lately. I probably should get back into that because I could be exercising even more if I like did my work alongside of it. And I did find, I have not been diagnosed with ADHD yet. I need to talk to my primary, I need to talk to my therapist. We probably need to explore down that route. But as somebody who has a bit of a squirrel brain and feels very fidgety and like I have this like excited energy in my body at all times, I found when I was walking while working, I was able to concentrate a lot better. So it's like I have these solutions and then I don't use them for myself, but I can offer them as advice to other people. Oh, if that's not just the story of my life. Anyway, let's get this walk done. And honestly, confession, I am deep in a case right now, which my husband likes to joke. He's like, are you on the payroll? Like, do these people know you're investigating this case? No. In fact, this case that I'm on right now, the case that I'm on right now is years old. Like it's years old. It's still undergoing because it's taking some time. Props to the investigators for doing their due diligence. But it's the Danny Markle case where the theory or like the convictions at the moment represent that the brother-in-law hired a hitman through his girlfriend to take out the ex-husband of his sister because they wanted to relocate. This is heavy. And when I say I'm on a case, I'm not talking about like listening to a podcast or watching a documentary. Oh girl, no. No. We do the entire police interrogation footage, any like body cam footage. We're talking full on court footage. Like I fell asleep last night watching court TV essentially. I don't know that you knew this about me, but I am always deep in a case somewhere. It's a shame that I don't write like true crime or thrillers, psychological thrillers, because I know pretty much everything there is to know about crime. If God forbid anything ever happened to my husband, I'm going down. Like immediately, just based on my Google history alone. So now you know this about me. I'm about as nosy comes, especially when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go back to listening to my court TV. I'm in the middle of cross-examination on one of the defendants and do my little walk. We are on to the second cup of coffee, hot, that I just microwaved, so it's a little hotter than it needs to be. But we have a busy morning. The internet tech guy is coming. And we also have a play date coming over. So one of my good friends is also a work from home, stay-at-home mom. So we try to occasionally get the kids together to play with each other so we can work. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it's more work with the kids than you would think it would be, but Anyway, so on to the second cup of coffee. Did my cleaning for the morning, got my walk in. I have not gotten ready all the way yet, but I did put clothes on. So we'll go ahead and check that off. The to-do list has been made for the day. I am making myself very quickly a protein bagel that I'm gonna have now, and then maybe I'll have a protein shake later. I'm trying something different with my breakfast. I don't know that it's working, but I did get this in the mail. And so I don't know if there's a gene. I don't know that I have the gene. Again, I haven't had any of the testing done, so take all of this for what it's worth. But before I explore the route of like being officially diagnosed and going on stimulants and all that kind of stuff, we're gonna see if we can manage the squirrel brain on my own. That may or may not be the wisest choice, but it's what we're doing. My kid has been doing really well on it. So on the kid version, not on the adult version. Like literally since starting him on those supplements, his school report cards have been so much better. So, and he was on spring break last week. I think I mentioned that to you. And I said at the end of the week, I was like, oh my gosh, obviously not really even thinking about the connection to the supplements or anything like that. But it was one of the first times that like I was working the whole time. I was not on vacation while he was on spring break. And come Friday, I was like, this was actually a really pleasant week. And I actually had moments where I actually got to just like enjoy my kid. If you are exploring that route, I'll link these down below. I don't have any opinion on the adult one yet. Literally just came in the mail today. But the kid one, I recommend. I give him one supplement of this in the morning, and then I give him a different supplement at night, and I'll link both of those below. So if you have like an ADHD toddler and you're trying to avoid medication initially, Wade is too young to be on medication at this moment, I've seen quite an improvement. So I'm gonna stick in with some work and wait for this tech to come, should he show up, and yeah. Today's Wednesday, yeah? I know I talk about this too much, but like, is that not like just the healthiest sounding starter? Because it is. I'm also feeling shy because the tech is here, and vlogging with the tech in your house is very awkward. Have I been zoomed in this whole time? I hope I haven't. I hope that only happened in my bag. I'm on the floor of the guest room in my mom's house. Fun fact, which is actually the room my husband and I lived in several years ago. I have setup going. Have my lunch right here. I have what will be TikTok live right here, which, hi Holly, there's a TikTok. I will like it for you. And then I need to grab my computer, probably this notebook, which aside from Notion has my whole life in it. And there is Blake, who is who I'm going live with. So let's make that happen. Do you like my little setup? This is embarrassing, but it is what it is. Let's see, is that better? That might be a little better. If I'm not multitasking, it's just not gonna be a part of my life at the moment, because I need to fix my mantra about time, but I very much am feeling lately like there's just not enough time in the day. That's probably 1000% not true, and I'm just mismanaging my time, but I feel like the time thing has been a bit of a struggle. I should have probably grabbed my other book since I have two. Don't know if my mom has a copy here anywhere. Maybe I have one in the car. I should go check. I'll be right back. It does not appear like I have one in the car, so that's probably not great, but it is what it is, right? Like, it's just gonna have to be what it is. Anyway, I'm gonna hop on this lot. Oh, I hear you. Hi. Hello. That was exactly what I needed. I need to do those things more. But anyway, now I need to rush and go get my kid from school because it's time. Okay, I'm doing something different with the Mississippi meatballs that you've seen me make a million times. So the last time I made these, I didn't make a starch with them. I just made it as like an open-faced sandwich. My husband, however, took frozen French fries, put the Mississippi meatballs and its gravy on top of the French fries, then added a little bit of cheese, and he called it, what'd you call it? If I try to say it, it's gonna come out like a bad word.
It's Mississippi poutine.
Okay, I don't know if you could hear that, but if I say that, I'm definitely gonna mispronounce it. It's definitely gonna be a bad word. Because the word in my head is not that. I made homemade French fries. We both, my husband and I, last week, 2 weeks ago, I don't know. We both came home with full bags of russet potatoes. So now I'm just trying to find creative ways to use up these russet potatoes. So you saw me cut them up and they came pretty good. The recommendation I got from my husband was that if I rinsed them under cold water after I cut them, they would come out crispier. I don't need these to be crispy, so I'm not worried. Usually I'm a, what is the word I'm looking for? Snob for crispy fries, but these came out fine. What was the word you were thinking of?
I don't know, but you're like, I'm a, what's the word? And I was like, well, this feels like a trap.
So I'm gonna put the meatballs and the gravy over top.
He was just
this
like,
is the gravy. Let's use this piece of white American cheese that we have. I was gonna do mozzarella cheese, but white American will be just fine. Over top. To be fair, you were also crying because Mav was leaving. If we're throwing people under the bus for crying.
he said Matt got hurt. He was injured.
Not disgusting. Great. Toddler is going through a phase where he's calling everything disgusting. Our house is disgusting. The food that I'm making is disgusting. I am trying really hard not to be offended. I did ask him when he said our house was disgusting. I was like, how can our house be disgusting? Isn't mommy always cleaning? And he goes, yeah. I'm like, which apparently he's annoyed about. How can our house be disgusting if I'm always cleaning? You tell me that. And he also tried to tell me that dinner was gonna be disgusting. And I said, well, I made homemade French fries, so if you think French fries are disgusting, we shouldn't go to McDonald's anymore. And then you could see like the mathematical thinking happening above his head. I'm like, mommy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, How I Met Your Mother, lawyered, anything. Okay, bye. Can I help you, sir? Oh. Are any of you surprised? I don't think you are. It is 7:47 and I have assumed the position. The pizza dough is done, which is record early for me tonight. This guy's ready. And I'm gonna read in bed for a little while and hit the hay. I have been very tired all day, but I've also been, like, it's also been just like an exceptionally busy day and I don't feel like I've stopped until like right now. So very tired, hoping to catch up on a little bit of sleep. I went to bed late last night and then woke up at my normal 5 this morning. So just gonna, you know, call it an early night. I'm in bed, but I'm not going to sleep yet. I'm just gonna read for a little while. And yeah, it was a busy day, but it was a good day. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with me for a very normal day. As a work from home, stay at home mom to a very active toddler. But I am gonna go to bed. Oh, I hear the doggy. You coming, Okie? But anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks again for hanging out with me. If you guys resonated with this content at all, or you just feel like we could be friends, go ahead and subscribe, like the video, comment down below, and let me know what a typical day looks like for you. If you are a work from home, stay at home mom, if you're a working parent, if you're not a parent, I like to know what people do, like what a very regular day looks like. And we'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye.